Hi guys, welcome to Mariem Banales Learning and Playing channel. Today I'm going to do Mariem Banales Learning channel. Well, also boys and girls, you can see this video. Today I'm going to do another Rainbow Magic special edition, and it's going to be Cheryl, the Christmas Tree Fairy. It is by Daisy Meadows, and remember, more fairy fun than ever. And this is going to be part 3. And remember, if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, I already put the videos on YouTube so you can watch them also. Well, let's start. We left on the Christmas gift. And these were the contents right there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, our first chapter for part 3 is going to be News from Fairyland. So excited to read that. And we left on 107. We read all of this and then we finished the whole book. Yay! Okay. Could you pass me the gold ribbon, please? Rachel asked Kirsty. I want to make Mom's present look extra special. It was Christmas Eve, and the girls were busy wrapping presents in their room at Christmas cabin. It was dark, but they hadn't closed the curtains yet. Christmas lights twinkled in the window, and snowflakes were falling outside. Christmas here is almost as magical as Fairyland, said Kirsty, handing the gold ribbon to her best friend and staring out the window. I hope that Christmas will be magical, Rachel said, tying the ribbon around the little box of perfume. It will be ruined here and in Fairyland if we can't find Cheryl's magic Christmas gift. The girls and their families were on a Christmas vacation in the country, but as soon as they arrived, Jack Frost and his goblins had started causing trouble. They had taken Cheryl the Christmas Tree Fairy's special magical items. With Kirsty and Rachel's help, Cheryl had found the Christmas tree and the beautiful Christmas star, but the magic Christmas gift was still missing. The Christmas gift helps make sure that everyone enjoys the holiday festivities. Kirsty remembered. Oh, Rachel, I hope Jack Frost doesn't ruin Christmas Day or the midnight caroling concert. Me too, said Rachel, wrapping up her dad's present, which was a new bike helmet. It'll be so much fun. This is the picture right there. We're wrapping presents. Rachel and Kirsty were very excited about Christmas Day and the outdoor concert that evening. There were going to be carols, and the girls would be allowed to stay up late to sing. Somehow we have to find that magic Christmas gift, no matter what, said Rachel, determined. Suddenly, Kirsty gasped and pointed at the silver wrapping paper that Rachel was using. Golden sparkles were dancing around the edges of the paper. Those are fairy sparkles, Kirsty exclaimed. You're right, cried Rachel, letting go of the paper. The girls watched in delight as the paper wrapped itself around the bike helmet box. Silvery ribbons curled around it and tied themselves into beautiful bows. There's the picture. Then there was a puff of golden fairy dust, and Cheryl appeared in the midst of it. She flew into the air until she was hovering face to face with the girls. Okay, next page. Hi, girls, she said quietly. I know where the magic Christmas gift is. That's wonderful, said Rachel, clapping her hands together in excitement. So, where is it? asked Kirsty eagerly. Both girls thought it was strange that Cheryl didn't seem happy about the news. Her eyes looked worried, and she wasn't smiling. "I've been searching high and low in Fairyland," she said. "Everyone has joined in, even the king and queen. We've looked under every toadstool and investigating every bird's nest. No one has been able to find the magic Christmas gift. Does that mean it's here in the human world?" asked Rachel. Cheryl shook her head. "I would know if it had left Fairyland because of my strong connection with it," she said. "This morning we finished our search, and Queen Titania said that there is only one place it could be, the Ice Castle." Rachel and Kirsty exchanged worried looks. They had been in Jack Frost's chilling castle before, and it was cold and dangerous. Uh-oh. "Will you help me again, girls?" asked Cheryl, clasping her hands together. "I know it's a big favor, but I can't do it without you. Will you come and search the ice castle with me?" Rachel and Kirsty didn't hesitate. There was only one answer they could give. "Yes," they said together. Well, finally they agreed. Our next chapter is A Snowy Disguise. Cheryl waved her wand, and a burst of golden fairy dust exploded from it like a tiny firework. It coiled around the girls' ankles and spiraled up around their bodies until they were glimmering with gold sparkles. Delicate wings sprouted from their backs as they shrank to fairy size. There you go. Still. The golden sparkles became whirling hoops of light, spinning around them. Their bedroom vanished in a blur, and when the light disappeared, the girls found themselves standing in the forest outside Jack Frost's ice castle. "Wow," said Kirsty. "I think that was the fastest trip to Fairyland ever." "We have to be quick," said Cheryl in an urgent whisper. "There are only a few hours of Christmas Eve left. In midnight strikes before I have the magic Christmas gift back. It will be too late, and no one will enjoy Christmas Day." "But how are we going to get inside the castle?" asked Rachel. "There are bound to be guards on duty, and they won't let us just fly in." Kirsty looked up into the darkening sky. Snowflakes were drifting down. "I have an idea," she said, her eyes sparkling. "Cheryl, could you disguise us as snowflakes? Then we could fly right into the central courtyard, and the goblin guards wouldn't suspect a thing." "That's a great idea," said Cheryl. The three friends zipped up into the sky and hovered above the snowy courtyard in the center of the castle. Sure enough, they were... Sorry, guys, I skipped. Sure enough, there were several goblin guards on duty. They were marching back and forth across the courtyard, looking very important. Ooh. Jack Frost, JF. Cheryl tapped Rachel and Kirsty with her wand and then touched it against her own head. Instantly, they all shrank to the size of snowflakes. They were coated in white from head to toe, with sparkly crowns on their heads. We look like someone's wrapped us in white lace, Rachel giggled. The girls flew downward, making sure that they moved at the same speed as the snowflakes around them. Rachel couldn't help remembering the time they had visited the castle with Belle, the birthday fairy. She shivered but tried to stay brave. Head toward that hallway, she whispered, pointing at a dark archway in the courtyard wall. That leads to Great Hall. We can start our search there. They landed under the archway. The goblin guards were still marching around the courtyard. They were wearing colorful hats and scarves to protect them from the cold. Come on, before they notice us, whispered Cheryl, her breath hanging in the icy air. As the three friends fluttered into the corridor, their snowflake disguises melted away and they returned to fairy size. They flew quickly to the great hall, but the doors were wide open, and it was empty. We have to keep looking, Kirsty whispered. This is Jack Frost right here. I'm not sure if this is real, or it just might be a picture. It looks like it's real. It looks like a window or a mirror or something like that. And right here, I'm just going to put it more closer so you guys can see. We have the three fairies, Rachel, Kirsty, and Cheryl. Okay. Oh, and I forgot, there's an N right here. Write it in your paper so you can know the Christmas word. Special Christmas word, actually. They flew farther along the hallway, deep into the castle. At last they reached another set of large double doors. The words throne room were carved above them. Listen, said Rachel, pointing her ear to the door. Someone was speaking in low, grumbling tones. I know that voice anywhere, Rachel said. Kirsty nodded firmly. It's Jack Frost. Ooh, looks like Jack Frost is inside the throne room. Our next chapter is Jack Frost's Mistake. Cheryl tapped her wand on the door and it slowly creaked open. The girls peered around it. There he is, Cheryl gasped. Jack Frost was sitting with one leg hooked over the arm of the throne and his spiky chin resting on his hand. He was staring at a small, sad-looking Christmas tree. Its only decorations were some big icicles and the huge star that Cheryl had made for the goblins. Ooh, so they kept it. Remember in part 2 that Cheryl gave it to the goblins? Well, if you want to know, just watch part 2. And I also recommend you to watch part 1. Okay. That poor little Christmas tree is so in love, said Cheryl with a sigh. But look, what's underneath it? Rachel whispered in excitement. Under the drooping branches of the tree was the magic Christmas gift. Oh my God. Look at that. This is actually the tree. What a poor tree. And the star is almost falling. Wow. Those silly goblins have ruined my Christmas again, Jack Frost was muttering to himself. Can't they do anything right? They lost the magic Christmas tree. They gave the magic Christmas star. And now they've done something to the magic Christmas gift to stop it from working. I'm sick and tired of them. What is he talking about? Asked Kirsty in a low voice. The magic Christmas gift looks okay to me. I don't know, said Cheryl, lifting her chin bravely, but I'm going to find out. Before the girls knew it, Cheryl fluttered into the middle of the throne room. Rachel and Kirsty thought deep breaths and flew close behind her. Jack Frost was still staring at the tree, his eyebrows knitted together in an icy frown. He hadn't spotted them. Jack Frost, said Cheryl loudly. Jack Frost's head whipped around to face them, and his eyes widened when he saw the three fairies. You, he snarled. How did you get into my castle? We're here to ask you to return the magic Christmas gift, said Rachel bravely. It's no use to you, Kirsty added. Tell me how to make it work, Jack Frost roared, leaping to his feet. Cheryl looked at the girls in confusion, and Jack Frost gave a howl of rage. No fairy tricks, he shouted. He pointed his wand, and a stream of ice bolts came hurtling toward them. Duck! Cried Cheryl. The three girls scattered, and the ice bolts just missed them. Make it work, or I'll turn you all into tiny ice sculptures and use you as ornaments, Jack Frost snarled. The magic Christmas gift can only do its job when it's in the Fairyland nursery underneath the magic Christmas tree, Cheryl explained, looking confused. You're lying, Jack Frost hissed. You just want to keep all the presents for yourself. Fairies don't lie, said Cheryl indignantly. I don't know what you're talking about. The magic Christmas gift doesn't bring presents. Jack Frost sat down on his throne with a heavy thump, and his mouth fell open. What? He said in disbelief. I think I understand what happened, said Rachel. Jack Frost thought that the magic Christmas gift would bring him lots of presents. That's why he wanted it. Cheryl fluttered closer to the throne. That's not what the magic Christmas gift does, she said gently. You made a mistake. Its job is to make sure that everyone has a happy time on Christmas Day. Then it should have gave me hundreds of presents, Jack Frost shouted. Presents can't make you happy, said Cheryl. It's the magic and warmth of Christmas that does it. Does that. Rachel and Kirsty fluttered closer. Please give back the magic Christmas gift, said Kirsty. Then everyone can have a happy Christmas. A Merry Christmas. Jack Frost looked suspicious. Even me? He asked. Yes, said Cheryl. I promise that if you give me the magic Christmas gift, you'll have the jolliest Christmas you've ever had. The girls held their breath. Would Jack Frost agree? He raised his wand, and Rachel clutched Kirsty's arm. What was he going to do? Our next chapter is A Magical Invitation. Muttering a spell, Jack Frost pointed his wand at the magic Christmas gift. It rose into the air and floated toward Cheryl, shrinking as it moved. By the time it landed in her arms, it was back to fairy size. Jack Frost lowered his wand. Thank you, said Cheryl, beaming. I'll return the magic Christmas gift to its rightful place under the magic Christmas tree. Then you will see how wonderful Christmas can be. All right, Jack Frost growled. But just in case you're lying to me, those other two can stay here until you get back. He pointed at Kirsty and Rachel. That's not fair, Cheryl gasped. I told you, I'm not lying. It's okay, said Rachel. We'll wait for you here. Aren't you scared? asked Cheryl in a low voice. Not when we're together, said Kirsty, linking arms with her best friend. I think you're both very brave, said Cheryl, blowing them a kiss. She disappeared in a flash of golden sparkles, and Jack Frost glowered at Rachel and Kirsty. If she doesn't come back, I'm going to lock you both in my deepest dungeon, he said. Rachel glanced at the tall windows and shivered. It was dark outside, but the moon rays were shining on the swirling snowflakes. Then she saw something coming toward the window, flying quickly through the snow. Kirsty, look! She exclaimed. The object got closer and closer, curving down through the sky. We have the picture here. It's coming through the window. Toward the window, I mean. It's going to crash through the window, Kirsty cried. Jack Frost dove behind his throne and the girls covered their faces, expecting to hear shattering glasses. But all they heard was the tinkling of countless bells. They opened their eyes. Jack Frost was cowering behind his throne. But Kirsty and Rachel clapped their hands happily. Standing in the middle of the throne room, draped in red velvet and tiny silver bells, was Santa's sleigh. 9 reindeer were stomping their hooves on their stones and shaking the snow off their furry coats. Hello, Jack Frost, said one of the reindeer in a gruff, dignified voice. Jack Frost stepped out from behind his throne, adjusting his robes and clearing his throat. What do you want? He demanded rudely. Santa sent me, said the reindeer. He wants to thank you for returning the magic Christmas gift to its rightful place. He would like to invite you to help him deliver the presents this year. Jack Frost paused for a minute, his hand resting on his icy chin. Then he let out a little whoop of excitement and danced around his throne, grinning. Well, we have a letter over here, and it's E. Remember to write it in your pencil. Sorry, guys, in your paper. I get so confused. I've never seen him look so happy, said Rachel with a giggle. Santa sends his greetings to you, too, Kirsty and Rachel, said the reindeer. He knows what a great help you have been to the fairies. Before they could reply, Rachel and Kirsty heard a whooshing sound above them. Golden fairy dust began to rain down from the ceiling. The girls gasped in delight. Everywhere the fairy dust touched was transformed before their eyes. Silver and gold decorations hung from the ceiling, candles flickered in the windows, and sprigs of holly were pinned to the walls. Best of all, the sad-looking Christmas tree became tall and bushy, draped with tinsel and sparkling with ornaments. The big star glistened at the top. Cheryl, the Christmas tree fairy, was hovering in the middle of it all, smiling with her wand held high. Merry Christmas, everyone, she exclaimed. Our next chapter is The Perfect Christmas. Well, guys, I think this is going to be our last chapter. Oh, yeah, it's our last chapter. Okay, last chapter. Let's start. The throne room doors burst open and a crowd of goblins scampered in, wearing party hats and having festive Christmas decorations. Each goblin seemed to be singing a different carol, and every one of them was out of tune. Cheryl waved her wand, and a long table appeared at the far end of the throne room. It was covered with platters of turkey and bowls of stuffing and gravy, as well as Christmas cookies and other yummy desserts. Party time! Party time! The goblins squealed in delight. They dove enthusiastically, pulling Christmas snappers, telling jokes, and gobbling down the delicious treats. Meanwhile, Jack Frost had leaped into the sleigh. "Santa's house, here I come," he whooped. The reindeer shook their antlers, and the sleigh rose into the air, turning toward the window. Then there was a bright flash, and in the blink of an eye, the reindeer and the sleigh were on the other side of the window, galloping away into the night. Cheryl fluttered down to the girls. "You did it!" cried Kirsty happily. "We did it," Cheryl corrected her. "Without your help, I never could have gotten all of my magical objects back in time." "The goblins are warm and happy, and Jack Frost is having his best Christmas ever," said Rachel. "It's perfect." "Almost perfect," Cheryl said with a wink. "I still have to get you both home before midnight strikes." She threw her arms around them and hugged them tightly. "You saved Christmas," she said. "I can't thank you enough, but I can make sure that you have a wonderful, Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas," said Kirsty and Rachel, hugging her back. This is a picture of them hugging the three. Well, that's kind of nice, right? Okay. And it was a miracle that they were being nice. A fountain of golden fairy dust burst from Charles' wand and showered down on the girls. They were dazzled by the sparkles, and when their vision cleared, they were back in the cozy room in Christmas cabin. The presents Rachel hadn't finished wrapping earlier were now beautifully wrapped and labeled. "Cheryl must have done that," said Kirsty as they changed into their pajamas. "That was nice of her. Hasn't it been a wonderful Christmas adventure?" said Rachel, leaning over to close the curtains. "I'm so excited about Christmas Day. Oh, Kirsty, look!" Kirsty dashed over to the window as Rachel flung it open. Santa's sleigh was silhouetted against the full moon. Let me put it more closer, the picture. And right here we have an R. Remember to write in your paper. The girls breathed in the crisp night air as they gazed up, their heads pressed close together. They could see the outline of a huge pile of presents in the back of the sleigh. A big man with a bushy beard and a red and white hat held the reins, and beside him they could see a thin, spiky figure. Well, right here we have Jack Frost, and we have Santa, all the presents, and the 9 reindeers. This is Kirsty and Rachel watching them. Wow. As the sleigh disappeared into the distance, they heard a voice ringing in the night air. "Ho, ho, ho! That's Jack Frost," said Rachel in delight. The best friends looked at each other and smiled. "Come on, let's go to bed and wait for Santa to visit us," said Kirsty. "I think everyone will have a very Merry Christmas after all." Well, this is another book. I'm just going to read this part. It says Rainbow Magic Special Edition. Don't miss any of Rachel and Kirsty's other fairy adventures. Check out this magical sneak peek of Florence the Friendship Fairy. Well, I already have this book, but I haven't read it or put it on YouTube. But when I put it, just check out my video of Florence the Friendship Fairy. I hope you like it. Well, I'm not going to read all of this sneak peek because I just say better. It's to see to read and see all of the book together. These are other activities to find. Ooh, now look how many Rainbow Magic series there are. Okay, we have the Rainbow Fairies, Weather Fairies, Jewel Fairies, Pet Fairies, the Fun Day Fairies, the Petal Fairies, the Dance Fairies, the Music Fairies, the Sports Fairies, the Party Fairies, the Ocean Fairies, the Night Fairies. Ooh, I haven't seen the Night Fairies. I don't know what there are. Comment below in the comments if you know. Magical Animal Fairies and the Princess Fairies. Well, those are all the series. Well, there might also be more, but just find out. Okay, these are other, I think, special edition ones you can also find. Well, guys, thanks for watching Rainbow Magic Special Edition Cheryl the Christmas Fairy by Daisy Meadows. Remember, more fairy fun than ever. And I hope to like part 1, part 2, part 3 if you watched those 3 videos. And remember, subscribe, like, and comment below. You want to tell me something? Okay. Well, bye, everybody. Bye. Stay tuned for other videos that I do. Bye.